The data is now out, both from UN agencies as well as organizations like ours, that small-scale farmers are actually more productive if they are allowed to be more productive. The UN data shows that 70% of the food people eat comes from small farms. So they should be the center of our thinking about food policy. Navdania's work, the movement that I started in India, has shown that the more you intensify ecologically and biologically, which you can only do on small farms, the more nutrition per acre you produce. And we've evolved this as an indicator for health per acre. But we've also now evolved new indicators called wealth per acre. How much goes back to the farmer? The reason small-scale farmers are poor are, first, they've been displaced by cities, they've been uprooted by development projects and by wars. And today they are farming on the most marginal soils and lands with no support whatsoever. You have to look at human beings. When children don't get enough nourishment, they become dwarfs. In India, half the children without food their size is shrinking literally. How do you expect marginalized soils and marginalized people to be able to do enough? So the first is the right of everyone to fertile land, which is today being buried under concrete. Today, the most fertile soils are decimated by war. But the second very important issue, and this is particularly the case under conditions of globalization, which have even further manipulated an exploitative agriculture system. Because now global companies are trapping farmers for seed and chemicals, increasing the costs of farming. Farmers aren't able to eat what they grow because they have to pay the debt for the chemicals. And that's why half of the hungry people of the world are farmers, because they're being pushed out of the food system. They're being pushed into the toxic system and out of the food system. No wonder they're hungry. And then when they actually grow something, these globalization rules are designed to turn everything into a commodity and buy cheap from farmers and sell it at high prices on speculation. So the whole food system is being manipulated to maximize the profits of the big corporations at the top, whether it's the seed companies, the chemical companies, or the agribusiness companies, and crush the farmer at the bottom. And you can be in the remotest village today. This system is affecting you. So the way to address the hunger and poverty of the small farmer is to make a shift to ecological sustainability and fair trade, to make a shift from control over the seed by corporations, control over food by corporations, to seed sovereignty and food sovereignty. And I don't say these as empty words because this is what we've done for the last 3 decades, and it works.